In today's Park Spotlight, we have one of the craziest, the scariest, the most detailed, mega spooky parks that we have ever seen. We're going to be looking at Ghastly Hollows, and this looks absolutely stunning. You guys are not going to want to miss it, so stay tuned and let's check it out. Hey yo, my Planet friends, Johnny5 Alive here, and welcome back to another episode of Park Spotlight. Today we are looking at the Ghastly Hollows, created by Brad Wolter, one of our Discord builders and Diamond patrons. Thank you so much for your tremendous support, Brad Wolter. And because you are a Diamond patron, you are getting the highest Spotlight priority. If you guys want to get your stuff seen right away, skip ahead of the queue, you can get your priority pass. Or if you guys just want to support the show to help keep it going, that is much appreciated. You can check it out at the Patreon down in the description below. Shout out to all the other patrons. You can see them here. I'm going to be showing off all the patrons at the beginning and the end of every video. So back to Brad Wolter's creation, the Ghastly Hollows. Here they say a whole lot of stuff. Hey yo, Johnny and everyone at the Channel 5, and welcome to my first completed build in Planko, and my first submission to the channel. I was gonna say, Brad Wolter's does look like a new name to me. It's the Ghastly Hollows. Ghastly Hollows is my take on my dark park, inspired by both horror and sci-fi. In the park, you will find 10 unique areas. Oh my god. They are the Tangled Village, a small mountainside village that has been consumed by strange, claustrophobic, and thorn-filled force known only as the Tangle. Ripley's Pumpkin Trail. This is a family-friendly area inspired by my 3-year-old daughter Ripley and her love for Halloween. Aw, that is so sweet. Arachnid Isle, a secret government lab left abandoned after an experiment on the local arachnid species gone wrong. The Boneyard. Visit the crypts of the old cemetery, but be careful not to stay long or you might end up becoming worm food. The Crash Site. As a member of the Crash Site Response Unit, you're tasked with recovering alien technology from the crashed UFO, but beware, your task will be met with resistance. The Frigid Peaks. If you manage to ascend to the ice-covered trails and freezing temperatures of the mountain, you may become face to face with the legendary beast. The Bog, an old logging camp left abandoned after a man-eating reptiles moved in. The Howling Hills. If you enter the hills under a moon, make sure you packed the silver bullets, but if you hear howling, it's already too late. Dead City. The world is in chaos. Will you survive the outbreak or flee the city? Or will you drop dead in the zombie apocalypse? If you live, make sure to stop by the brewery to celebrate. And finally, the Underrealm, home to the strange race of people who offer up sacrifices of gold and blood to appease the Leviathans who rule over them. But the gold and blood are running out and the giants are starting to rise. Inside these areas, you'll find 13 roller coasters, 14 skinned flat rides, 3 dark rides, a log flume, which is basically a 4th dark ride, and an interactive shooting ride of a Horror Heights. I know, it's a lot. So that's my description. Sorry for being so long-winded. The park does have some workshop and Team TK items, but almost all custom built by me, and also some custom media which are linked on my Steam page. There's also quite a few shutouts in the Boneyard Dead City, as well as the other Easter eggs hidden throughout the park. A quick disclaimer, the triggers on the H8s worked really well when I first built it, but at progress the timing is off. Yeah, that happens with Horror Heights. So you get a little frame rate drop and they're not going to work out right. Before I finish, I'd like to thank you for introducing me to this game and this amazing community that you helped build for it. I've met some really awesome people because of you and your hard work. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate those kind words. I'd also like to give a huge shout out to my dude across the pond, Relamatep. Ooh, love me some Relamatep. You've been so much help along this way with the build and all the ideas, but most importantly, you're just awesome human and friend. Thanks, brother. Metal Dads of Discord. Love to see some friendly love in the community there. That's very sweet. Okay, I'm done now. Please enjoy the park, 5:50 p.m. and find what scares you in the Ghostly Hollows. P.S. Beware of what's lurking in Bay 013. Holy good googly moogly, you guys. Holy. Bay 013. Hopefully we find it, but I don't know if we will. Let's get right into it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we are at the Ghostly Hollows. Buckle up, get your popcorn. This is going to be a doozy of an episode. And I'll tell you, it is one of those ones that take a hit on the FPS. We are getting 11, 12 FPS. It is what it is. Maybe if I go on pause mode, Wow, nothing changes. That is a rare occurrence. Well, there's no point in going on pause mode if it doesn't help. What is going on there? Usually it helps. Yeah. Wow, freaking wee. This is amazing already. I do wish there were some ambient speakers. I'm just gonna have the Planko soundtrack running in the back of my post-processing video because there is no ambient sound. A little bit of... Yeah, there's not... A little bit of birds chirping. That's it. I hear a little bit of something in the back there. Anyways, this is going to be a doozy of a park. I had no idea what I was in for. When I opened this up, I was like, whoa, this is end-to-end, because it said builder, a brand new builder to the community, a name that I haven't recognized before in Brad Wolter. And then I'm just kind of thinking, okay, it's going to be a little ghost spooky park. To my surprise, here we are, gigantic mega park. And I've seen some spooky parks in the past. Some that I have to be honest, like, spooky's not my favorite theme in Planet Coaster. And, you know, it's kind of a seasonal thing. It feels like it's only appropriate near Halloween. And that's kind of one of the reasons it's not my favorite, because it's so seasonal. But, you know, I like a dark ride. I like the mixture of adding in spooky to an area of a park. That when the whole thing is themed around spooky, I find it very kind of monotonous, I guess. However, this looks to be, I think, the best spooky park I've ever seen. After just doing the cinematics and poking about, I think we're in for a very pleasant surprise. As you can see, because we're in the, whatever it was called, the Tangled Village, I think. And this is the Tangle. This whole coaster is being held up by tangled vines, and it's just ripping along with some of the most incredible views and shots. Where, look at this. This is insane. Yeah, this is really, really nuts. And I think the design, the ideas, the concepts gone into this park in all the 11 different areas or whatever it was. It's very original and unique and takes spooky to the next level. And it's all just a really elevated rendition of spooky. Look at this. Look at these views. All the this directional forces. This arches over to this arches over this, and it just tangles and weaves and bobs and in and out. There's so much to look at from this perspective, and it is just freaking gnarly. I am very excited about this. Look at that. Boarding signs. Give this man a freaking promotion. I'm not going to do it in the video, but be sure to apply for that workshop review, and I'm sure the mods will see this and go, wow. I'm also surprised. Maybe you needed more items, screenshots on your workshop page. I'm not sure, because I would have recognized that it was a mega park right away, but for some reason in my mind I didn't think it would be. Wow, this is incredible. So hopefully, even though we're at 12 FPS, hopefully the coaster runs okay, you guys. If it doesn't, I apologize, and there's nothing I can do about it, but word to the creator, if you have a mega park, please learn how to use Cheat Engine. Please learn how to, you know, record with it, and then try to make your own 60 FPS videos. It helps. It goes a long way, and we just edit it into the videos, and then everybody gets that enjoyable experience every time we get to a coaster. Anyways, here we go. 1,200 meters in length, 60 miles per hour. There's a look at all the stats, you guys. Let's get on the Tangle. Good googly moogly. If that is an indication of what we can expect from the rest of this park, we are in for a treat, ladies and gentlemen. I really love the viewpoints of the Tangle, as well as the lighting, that purple lighting going over everything. There's just some really good shots going through this, just incredible. And the FPS was pretty tolerable, I'd say. It wasn't like the best, you know, but like it wasn't choppy, and I mean, it wasn't chugging. It wasn't a PowerPoint slideshow. So at least we get that. It's those parks that like drop us below 12 FPS that really hurt, and I just, honestly, I don't even think I would feature them at this point unless there's videos provided. You know, it's the creators, it's up to the creators to know when to stop so that they can get their park presented, and if they can't, they have to provide videos. And I do think we're really just at the verge on this one. We're definitely on the verge. I would have appreciated some videos, but I also don't think they're 100% necessary. We can still get an enjoyable experience. I'll just try to go a little bit slower with the camera, and we'll take a look around. So it looks like we have another ride here. This is just going to be, I mean, he said there's 13 coasters, 3 dark rides, a log flume that's a basic. So we have 17 rides to go on, you guys. So in order to be efficient with our time here today, I'm going to do my best to just go from ride to ride to ride. Even if we rode 17 rides, that would be an hour video. So we got to try to get through the park, the footwork as quickly as possible. So here we go. Here's a look at all the stats. And this is the Thorn, and we're dealing with, I think, a wooden coaster. Yep, indeed, indeed. Wow, freaking way, another amazing ride going through the Thorns, very similar to the last one, but interweaving with the previous coaster. And I love that, because at first when you come in here, you think it's just one coaster going through all these Thorns, but in fact it's 2 of them kind of sharing the area, which is quite fun indeed. I'm loving what I'm seeing here, you guys. This is just insane. The colors, the Thorns. I think this area alone would have been enough for a park spotlight. There's so much going on here. A third ride, the Twisted Manor, and that is something to consider for the creators. That I do think it is amazing when you get all this into one park. It's really quite a feat. But there's also, you could think of just doing 2 parks. Okay, it's a flat ride here, and a very well skinned one at that. Look at that. Wow. That's a lot of work gone into just a flat ride. Wow. It's more than just a flat ride now. I would love to see Brad Wolter compete in the mini park contest, and it seems from the sounds of things, you are best buds with Relum and Tep. It would be amazing to see you and Relum and Tep team up, because it is a collab edition for this mini park contest. So yeah, there's a lot of backward winding paths and, you know, things leading us back around, and we're at the entrance again. So I want to try not to go too much beyond, like, around all the nooks and crannies. So that we don't end up at a 3-hour video. Pumpkin Trail, the Thorn, and the Tangle. Okay, we're gonna go down the Pumpkin Trail, I think. Yeah, we want to head to the next zone. So there's 3 main attractions. There's 2 coasters, a flat ride for this area, and that's the Thornland. And that was one very unique and original area that I've never seen before in a spooky theme park. Let's see if I can get the volume up a little bit here. Ripley's Pumpkin Trail, the Boneyard, the Underrealm, the Arachnid Isles. Whew, so many choices. Dozen choices, I believe. So what is this, the Boneyard or the Graveyard? I don't know, but it's a lot of ghostly teals. Good googly moogly, that is one gigantic coaster lift. This is incredible. Let's see where it takes us. This is, oh, wow, Relamatep died, and he's got his own tombstone. Or what do you call it, a crypt? Love the brotherly love there. That is amazing. Always good to see when people join the community, find someone that they vibe with, and make friends here. So many stories over the years. My Discord alone, it's almost at 4,000 members now. To see that I started with just 1 or 2 people and it grew to something where everybody's making friends, starting relationships. Starship Rad, another... I'm a big fan of his creations. Every year we see new names rising into this community. Starship Rad, one of them. Not an original creator, but now one of my most recent memorable creators, I would say. Him, and speaking of the stars, Starport as well. And Crimsalt, yeah. Crimsalt is, he's got his own sound bit on the stream. If you guys want to come check out the stream, we stream every weekend. Planet Coaster. The links are down in the description. Give us a follow on Twitch. Come check us out on the live shows. We're having a ton of fun over there. Crimsalt's in almost every single stream. Love you, Crimmy. And yeah, we're having tons of fun. So yeah, tons of new creators who have come in over the years in Planet Coaster and the Discord. And there's Trooper Matthew. Yeah, and it's just amazing to see that even a game that's 5 years old now, there's new blood every day. Someone new coming in, showing off what they can do. And that is Brad Wolter here today. Tanzo's X-Wing. Brad Wolter is a newer member, and he's showing some impressive talent with this here park in Ghostly Hollows. So, big fan already. Brad, you keep going. I want to see you in the mini park contest. So here we go. We have another wooden coaster. There's a look at the stats. 1,600 meters in length almost. Mega wooden coaster. Let's give this a ride. Maggot Cave. That is nasty. What was this coaster called, you guys? I didn't quite catch the name. The Worm Food. Okay, it all makes sense now. How come I didn't see a sign for this one? It's got to be somewhere in this giant graveyard cemetery. Wow, it is really tough to make an exploration wooden coaster. It's really hard to theme. Shout out to Bree and Death Fears None. Bree is a big supporter on Twitch, you guys. always gifting out community subs. You can almost be certain that if Bree's in the chat and you happen to stop by from the stream, there's a good chance you might get a gifted sub. I think she holds the record right now for the amount of gifted subs on stream. So thank you, Bree. Shout out. Really appreciate all the support over on the Twitch channel. The Underrealm. Wait, is this a new zone or is this a coaster? Yeah, I didn't see a sign for the worm food. But yeah, that coaster was incredible. Look at that. Woo-wee. All right, let's go check out some Underrealm. See where this takes us. Man, oh man. It's been a minute since I did a mega park, you guys. We've been, I went through all the video game coaster contest submissions on stream. That was kind of a surprise contest. I came back after moving into my new place. And Zephyr was like, oh, we got a game contest. So we streamed it. We did the VODs for the YouTube channel. You guys seem to enjoy that. And then I went into straight both movie coaster stream and recordings. So it's been a lot of coasters, a lot of coasters. And then we've been doing streams. We stream the smaller parks as well as the coaster spotlights on the weekends. I haven't actually opened up a full-fledged park in a very, very long time. And wow, what? I was about to say, and what a joy it is to see these monstrosity parks, because you get to see stuff like this. So wait, I thought we were going on a ride, but we were going into an area. As I was saying, this is one of the coolest versions of spooky I have ever seen. I said that in the very beginning of the video. I usually don't really care for the spooky theme because it's always just, you know, haunted houses and pumpkins. But this is taking it to a whole new level. And this is what I was trying to say to you, Brad Wolter. You could submit this as a park spotlight and it would be great. In fact, a part of me is just thinking like, man, I should just do 11 videos and just showcase each one of these areas for 20 minutes and do, because that might just make it easier. Because this as a thumbnail, people want to watch this. Here, let's take a screenshot of that. Yeah, people want to come and watch this video. Unfortunately, I can only pick one thumbnail. And yeah, sometimes I don't know if I do the right one. And they're so hard to get a thumbnail for a mega park, you guys. It really is. But this here is an amazing park spotlight, I tell you what. So in the future, if you want a nice running park, don't be afraid to just do one area and call that your park. But there is something magical about being able to transfer through the tangled, whatever that area is called, the Tangled Village, into the Underrealm Minion. Yeah, there's something magical about being able to transition around a whole mega park like this. So as much as I love it, I just wish the game could run better. This is insane. Okay, so we get like the hammer, smashing minions with the hammer. Okay, that's a flat ride. There a lot of work gone into these flat rides. I am losing my mind. There's so much to look at. This is just wild. When you said the Underrealm, you know, like I was doing the cinematics. I didn't get any cinematics of the Underrealm because I didn't know it was down there until I read the description. I might have to go get some extra cinematics. I don't know if I remember to put that into the beginning. Anyways, my point was, I didn't expect, when you said Underworld, I figured a small underground area. This is far from that. This is a whole theme park down below. Offering? What are you offering? Oh boy, let's go offer ourselves to the under gods. Okay. Oh, it's the Horror Heights. This will be out of sync because of the frame rate. Just a little bit of warning. This might not be the full experience you are hoping for, but hopefully it turns out okay. Here we go. Yeah, it's really out of whack, isn't it? I think these gates are supposed to be opening, but I could be wrong. I definitely see some things that are out of sync. Because I feel like these doors should open so we can look through here. A little bit of a hit and a miss. That is the thing, if you guys are doing mega parks, try to avoid doing the horror heights, because this will happen to you. You put all this time into your horror heights. And then another reason why I said, like, you could just submit the Underworld as a park spotlight, and I think it would be a great episode, and this would run properly. So it's a balancing act when you're designing these things, you guys. You have to pick and choose what you want to do and how much you want to do and how that will be presented. That would probably be a really good view looking out there. And there's the big drop. Okay. Yeah, see, I wish we could see those a little bit better. A little unfortunate. We can't quite get the full experience on that. But I could definitely see that the effort is there. I don't know what I don't know how to suggest anything else. Maybe like submit this as a ride spotlight all on its own, but something maybe we could show off on the stream. I don't know. Okay, I see some crazy coaster supports back there. All custom steel supports or something going on there. Look at this. It looks like it was forged by freaking demons. This is nuts. I'm really excited to go on this coaster. What is this? Ooh, what are they doing? Oh, they're spearing. It's a fighting pit. Gosh. I love the pose skeleton. It's always so fun to see what kind of animated stills you can get. All right, I have no idea if I'm going the right way or not, but we're just, ooh, that's a lot of lava. Boy, oh boy. Explains the frame rate now. Gosh darn it. This is insane. Oh, the lighting is just incredible. Brad Wolter, color me impressed. Okay, we're here to jump over all of this queue. Oh, a huntsman. Hopefully the triggers are not out of whack on this guy. 400 meters. We'll go in the middle seat. I can barely get the UI to function. And then off we go. Wow, freaking we. Is this the station? Are we back? It's so impressive to me. You just start thinking about how much detail goes into that one ride. And then that there's 17 of these rides. That is probably the entrance. And it just blows me away how many pieces are placed down at the end of the day. I wish we could get an overall part count on some of this stuff because it's just out of this world. And conceptually, how do you even come up with you know, the complexity that we're seeing in here? It's really quite spectacular. And like I said earlier, I want to iterate this again. I'd be perfectly fine if you just submitted this as a park spotlight. I think this would make for an incredible episode. It'd be there's enough here to make a full-fledged episode, you know? I think even the viewers would go, wow, that was great. In some ways, you could have done 7 park spotlights or something. I would have been okay with that. So just keep that in mind when you're designing next time. Maybe to break up your themes into multiple parks. I think it could work. Here's the next coaster, Bloody Gold. Crazy stats, another giant coaster. Look at the track above us. The outline of that track is insane. Let's check this out. We will sit in seat view because it's a swinging coaster, which means this bucket should move around. Holy moly, this is nuts. Wow. Wow, freaking we. I love the use of the track on this mine train, how you swung it upside down. You suspended us. Oh my goodness. I just blew up the game. That was the Bloody Gold. Look at this track. It's incredible. We're literally going around on this cart, like mining the gold in the underworld, in and out of all these little nooks and crannies, all custom supports, lanterns all the way through, very well lit. What's not to love about this? Holy crap. A little haunted house down here. Who would have thought? Janitor even. He's been there for a while. Good googly moogly. Where are we off to now? Ooh. What does that say? Leviathan. Oh. Is this like gonna be a steel-topped RMC? I hope so, because we've already ridden 2 wooden coasters in this episode, and I love wooden coasters, but this would be more suiting to have a steel topped down here in the forges of the volcano. The Leviathan. In fact, a steel topped hybrid. There's like the stats. Another massive exploration coaster. That was incredible. Oh, I think that's my favorite coaster so far. My goodness gracious, you guys. Much like the Tangled Village, I love how it was all the coasters were intertwined and wrapping around. You kind of achieve that same vibe. Oftentimes, it's really hard to make these underground areas look good. This looks like something out of the Lord of the Rings. I don't know. This is really gnarly. Very impressive. One of my all-time favorite underground areas to a theme park ever. It is just nuts. And that coaster was just the cherry on top. I love all the custom supports, how it was ripping through these kind of supported tunnel systems. It just gave such an incredible feel with all the near misses, just all the whoosh boards ripping by your head, all the torch lights, and then the views of the rest of the cave were really spot on. This is just one of a kind theme park, I'll tell you that much. This is freaking nuts. Wow, looks like we got a new creator on the horizons. You guys keep an eye out for Brad Wolter. I thought we were just going into a ride here, and we went into a whole underworld from the cemetery. You could almost miss it, right? This is the one and only entrance. Knowing me, I would have missed it. Luckily, I didn't. But this little tiny sign saying Underrealm, that way, it doesn't really give you the impression that, hey, you're about to go into something big here. I almost think there needs to be a giant sign here with an arrow and a giant demon or something, because it's just a tiny little crypt, an unassuming crypt, and that was more than what I expected. You guys... I have to zoom out and show you this. Sorry, we're breaking your immersion for a moment. We started in the Tangled Village, and then we went to whatever this was, the Boneyard, I think, and that's it. And then we went underground. That's not even like an eighth of the park. I'm really starting to think I should have just done each one of these areas as a spotlight, but that would have been a 7-episode marathon or more. So buckle up, guys. You take a break if you need one. We are just getting started. I know I'm gonna have to start a new recording and take a little 5-minute break to stretch my legs because we're about to get into it. We are just getting into it. I'm really excited for whatever this was, the Frigid Peaks, because there's a coaster going around this and it looks awesome. So yeah, let's get back to ground view and let's carry on towards Hollowwood. Wait, coming soon. Don't build another area, please, for the love of God. Don't make another area. Ghostbusters. My freaking goodness. This is amazing. Yeah, the Monsters DLC. This is kind of fun. A little bit of shout out, a little bit of love to the spookier packs that Planet Coaster has created. And why is there a Hollywood coming soon? All right, well, I think we're gonna be heading down there. Oh, Jason versus Freddy. I love it, love it, love it, love it. All right, we're going up there, and towards the crash site we head, as well as the frigid peaks. Hollywood. Maybe you should make Hollywood as a theme park all on its own. I kind of want to go to the crash site first. This could be very interesting, as this park has been very original spooky so far. Very unique. I could imagine having a twist of aliens. This concept sounds very fun. The fog is really crazy here. Ooh, spooky ghost. The red purple fog. I've never really seen that before. Where is it leading us? Pew pew pew. Might be a little bit difficult to navigate through. All the fog. Never mind. This is a queue to what? To what do we owe the pleasure? Crash site. Response unit. Oh, shooting ride. This might be difficult at 11 FPS. Let's throw this into test mode and test shooting ride. Oh, freaking boy. Oh no. What am I shooting today? Ooh, trees. Boom. Got you. Didn't work. Ah. Nailed it. You got nothing on me, aliens. Look how delayed it is because of the freaking frame rate. Yeah, that's the problem with horror heights, shooting rides, anything like that. When you start doing these mega parks, it might be a little bit delayed. So if you really are into those kinds of things, designing shooting rides, designing horror heights, do consider making a smaller park for sure. And I guess Brad Wolter didn't really know that until he got this far. Which is understandable. Still appreciate the effort gone into this mega park, absolutely. And seeing it all in one area is really cool. Maybe one day we'll get a Planet Coaster 2, where this will all be possible. If not, we still have Park Beyond next year. I don't know if you guys saw the Park Beyond trailer. We looked at it on stream. It's a new theme park building game, but they go with the impossibilification as their kind of motto. And you can make coasters like shoot off tracks onto new tracks, and you can do the most absurd things. And I think that might make for an interesting game. We got Planko for the more realistic stuff. We'll have Park Beyond for the more incredible stuff. So I'm looking forward to that. It's nice to at least have something. If we do ever get a Planet Coaster 2, if that is on the to-do list, a small leak said that it was gonna happen, and they are making a Jurassic World 2. So I would imagine Frontier wants to keep going with what they're doing. And it's just nice to be able to have Park Beyond kind of to fill the gap. Ooh. Oh wait, we could shoot the... Oh no, that's so cool. Wow. Those are really, really far triggers. That's actually a unique concept that I've never seen before, where using like a exterior environment that's so far away as the shooting ride targets. Usually it's all stuff that's close up in the foreground, which makes me think like no one's really ever tried to tackle like a space battle shooting ride. Something for you guys to think about. Boom, boom. Kraken. Where are we going? Can you speed up the speed of the shooting ride, I wonder? At least for these transitions, it would be nice to increase the speed just a little bit, as this is kind of a not so fun environment to look at. I want to hit the fast forward button, but I don't know if that'll make the triggers even worse. Boom! Now, I do know some of the animatronics, you can actually set them as triggers, where you don't have to have a little target to come up. I think you could just shoot them. I know with the ghosts, you can definitely do that. I think the shooting ride has like a lot of untapped potential. Being one of the newest rides in Planet Coaster with like the crazy amount of triggers that you can do with it. Like we did see some really crazy stuff from Class Mammalia doing the Paint the Town, where they actually created a painting game, like a Mario Paint game, where you can pick colors and paint things with the gun. And that just goes to show what can really be done with the shooting ride. I'm getting a little bit sick, to be honest. Oh my god, all this spitting. I am getting a little nauseous. But yeah, there's a lot of untapped potential. I did not miss that. Where I would love to see some more of these shooting ride things. People have suggested maybe we do a shooting ride contest in the future. If that's something you guys are interested in, leave a comment down below. I want to see a shooting ride contest. I think it would be something we would have to do on stream, and it could be really entertaining. But we'd have to do it as like a bit of a mini series, because I don't think people want to watch shooting rides for a month straight. So we'd have to find a different way to do it. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to hit those, it's too laggy. Bang. Oh. All right, I'm speeding it up. A go. The moment I hit speed up, I definitely screwed it up. Yeah, see, like, oh, okay, here we go. Bing, boom, bada. Yeah, I love the depth in this shooting ride, though. Like the spaceship in the distance, and then like the fighters in the background there. That was actually quite a nice little touch. Like, I would like to see some more like sniper, where like everything's like really far away, and you gotta really be a pro sniper in order to hit some of these things. Just a different take on the shooting aspect. Yeah, I should have sped this up a lot further along, a long time ago. I mean, there are aspects of the shooting ride that I enjoyed, as I previously mentioned. But then I think most of the parts going through the forest were a little bit dull. So I don't know if there's a way to speed up the ride in between, or just try to add a little bit more scenery, or just make the ride more compact in general, so we're transitioning from scene to scene. But, you know, for a first ever shooting ride, still very impressive. Oh, look at this. It's a Cosmic Cow spaceship shop. That's like quite the perfect theming. Oh, wow. The tractor beam. Oh. That's an amazing idea. There's a spaceship with the beam. Oh, well done. Well done. Not a whole lot going on at the crash site. The shooting ride, a little shop, a flat ride. So, I mean, when you said 11 themed areas, I was expecting them to be as detailed as the first area, based off of what I was seeing. You know, we went into, I'd say, 2 insanely heavily themed areas with the underground and then the Tangled Village. The little boneyard wasn't that crazy in terms of exploration and amount of theming, which is fine. And same with the crash ship. So I think some of these minier, smaller areas are definitely going to help us get through them a little timely. And I do appreciate that. Like, coming up with an area like this with some spaceships, a shooting ride, and calling that the themed area, that is quite okay in my books. I like it. Allows you to play around with multiple themes, do a little bit. We didn't need to have, you know, 3 different coasters for aliens. That was quite enough. So we're climbing the giant peaks all the way up to the frigid peaks. Frostbites. Get your little frostbites along the way. It's definitely hard to path all the way up here, isn't it? That must have taken a while. Some crows eating some little corpses on the way. And here we are at the frigid peaks with a ride right out of the get-go. The Abominable. Sorry, guys. Okay, up we go. We've climbed to the very top. I have a feeling this area is not... It's the same thing. It's a mini theme. Most of the theme is around the coaster itself, and I quite like that. Exploration, green across the board. Let's get on it. Ugh, there we go. Woohoo! That was quite fun. I have a feeling there's another coaster on this hill because I feel like I saw more track from the cinematics. That's the entrance, that's the exit. There's got to be another one down here. Now, we're going to play the flying game. Yes, indeed. That's the second queue. What's down here? Oh, that's how we got up. Gotcha. So we went down that, and now this is absolute zero, but it's a flat ride. It's a hammer swing. Oh, swinging over the cliff is such a good idea. Now, why did I think there were two coasters up here? Was that really... It seemed like there was a lot more track. No, that is it. Interesting. For some reason, I thought that was going to be a much bigger exploration. Well, I'm not that disappointed. It's still awesome going up and down the peaks like that. Getting the pathing up there would have been a nightmare. That's the Frigid Peaks. Let's head over to a new themed area. The Cauldron. I love this flat ride skin. I got this in the cinematics, and I was really impressed by that. The spinning teacups, you could think of them as what do you call them, bowls for the soup. Really fun. Really crazy lighting here as well. We got pinks and greens, super playful. Let's see what we have. A little witch ride. So, ooh, pumpkins. So I have a feeling this is the area that they talked about, like the pumpkin land, the Halloween area inspired by their kid Ripley. What was it called? Ripley's Pumpkin Trail. There we go. Shout out to Ripley. The ghost hunt. Okay. Go through a little pumpkin patch there. That's the queue around all the pumpkins and into the Magic Cat's car ride. So there it is. It's going to be a little bit of a dark ride for us here today. Holy crap. That had a lot more to it than I expected. Really well done. Very cute, very fun. That was really impressive. I see, when I first clicked it, I thought we were going to do a loop and back in, and what we kind of did, it stretched out a lot further, and there were a lot more scenes than I expected. That was really quite a pleasant surprise. I like that. You could possibly even fit that into a blueprint and just upload that to the workshop. That's really cool. Okay, what do we have here? The Creepy Crawler. Creepy Crawlers was a thing. I remember that from when I was a kid. You're giving me flashbacks. You have like these little, like bugs. They're like molds, and you'd fill them up with this gel, and then I think you put them in, I don't know, you let them in, put them in the microwave or something, and then you had like little creepy crawlers, and then eventually they came out with like edible ones, because kids were eating them. It was like rubber. So they made edible ones where you could make them and then eat them. I remember playing with creepy crawlers as a kid. It's quite fun. So we have a little Wendigo here. I think we're gonna sit at the back seat. Last car, pop up. There we go. And off we go. Wow, another very unsuspecting ride where you get on it and there's a lot more to it than meets the eye. I did not expect there to be that much track length. That really stretched out. What is the actual track length? 1,000 meters. That is one crazy kiddie coaster. Damn, I love it. Look at these lights. This is so much fun. Okay, I think that was the Pumpkin Trail. Or wait, so Ripley's Pumpkin Trail. Shout out to Ripley once again. The Howling Hills and the Bog. And then we have the Jack-O-Lantern over here. Ooh, a whirly rig. The Spiderlings. Aw. That's actually pretty clever. Wow, a lot of attention to detail in the flat ride so far. Jack-O-Lantern. This is a ride inside of a pumpkin. Oh. Why do I feel like Enigmandra made that? It could be. Shout out to Enigmandra if you did do that. We have two choices here. We have one choice. It goes all the same way. I want to see what's down here before we go over there. The pumpkin carving area. Oh, what a good idea. You get your churros and your donuts, and then you sit there and carve some pumpkins. That's fun. The pumpkin carver. Ooh, it's a ride. Look at the pumpkin cube. Oh, I love it. Ooh, a spinning coaster. Spin that pumpkin. Round and round. There we go. We're gonna sit in chase views. Let's go. Wow, the coasters in this park have been really incredible so far. I love what you did with the really vibrant green vines with the contrasting orange trees and pumpkins. It really comes out to be something quite incredible and special. Big fan. Okay, we're going to the Dead City. Now, see, originally, that's funny. When I was doing the cinematics, I thought this was the city map that they built the park on. In fact, it's the Alpine, and they built the city by hand. Because there's one map that has a biome of cities in the background, and it's actually a full-fledged city. What is this down here? It's Bay 013. That's the Easter egg. Beware of what's down in zero. That was the little last message of the. That's amazing. Oh, is that a piece of toast? A mutant toast? I love Easter eggs, you guys. I'm so glad we found that. Oh, wow. All right, let's go to the Dead City. Here we go. Ooh, look at the SkyTrain tracks. In fact, this might be the first time I've seen somebody do this, like a real SkyTrain track and station. That's really well done. I'm a fan of that. Somebody do more of that. Oh, a traffic jam. This is gonna be fun. The end is nigh. Flee the city. This looks exciting. I think this right here alone would make for an amazing coaster spotlight. In fact, it doesn't even feel like we're in the same park anymore. As I said to Brad a while now, a few times, half of these areas you could have just submitted as park spotlights. In fact, I love this area so much. It's so immersive. You did a really good job with these buildings, the traffic, and all this. I think you could push this theme further and further and further and further and do a whole park just like this. It does feel like we're in a whole different park and a whole different episode. This is crazy. So it's a motorcycle ride. Here's the stats. Let's flee the city. we didn't escape the city. Wow, that was incredible. This is some Walking Dead stuff right here. Some of these scenes where we're going zipping by and all the little grabby hands facing towards us. Look at that. I love it. And then there's this one shot as we're coming back in and you can see all the chaos from above. I thought it was so incredible. Look at this. This really is like its own park. My God, look at the chaos down there. That was impressive. And guess what? There's another coaster, another big coaster. I have no idea where we even got onto this coaster now. I'm flying around. Oh, this is the station right here. Can I properly find the exit? Wow. Can't even speak. All right, this is the second half where the other coaster is. It's literally going above the buildings. Can I say you've gone above and beyond? I'm supposed to go up here. No, that would be an exit. Of course I would go up that way. But how do I find the entrance? Whoa. So much chaos. Brad Wolter. Might just be one of my new favorite creators. Okay, we go through the zigzagging path and then up the building. And what type of coaster do we have? Giga Invincible. Green across the board, 2,400 meters and like 13 airtime counts. This might be the most sensational coaster yet. Let's find out. Oh my God, that was incredible. I think that is my new favorite coaster. I really loved the Leviathan down in the underworld, but this just had so much more visuals. Plus the coaster experience was amazing. The visuals of that city and the going inside the buildings and all that, just superb. You didn't have to do this in the park, but you did. This could be a park spotlight in and of itself. It's amazing. I love everything here. What's with the little toasty guys? What is this? That is really well done. I want to know more about these these things? It looks like a piece of toast. And we saw like the toast creation down below. What is the rabbit? What are these? Am I supposed to know what this is? Is this from a series, or is this created by the creator themselves? Whatever it is, I love this logo. I want to know more about the backstory of whatever that toasty creature was in the cave, what these are, where they're from. I need to know more about this. Maybe you can elaborate more on this kind of stuff and the creature down there, and use this more unless this is from like a TV series or something I'm supposed to know about that I don't. If this is actually original from the creator, I want to know more about it, and maybe you can use more of that as like your signature, unless it's from a TV show, and then whatever. It's so much fun though. I also noticed these skulls with the ML on it. I saw it on this coaster and another one. I keep seeing a skull with ML. What is the story behind that? I want to know more about that as well. You have so many little Easter eggs and things throughout this that it's leaving me wanting to know more. It's leaving me asking questions, and that is always a sign of a good designer. So this is just immersive and incredible. Maybe Brad Wolter, I can challenge you. I know you just did a spooky park. This whole thing is, you know, themed around spooky stuff, but a portion of it is city. I've had this idea and I've talked about it in several videos. Oh, what is this? Zelixor? No, Zelway. Oh, it's definitely Zel's. Zelway, eat somewhat fresh. Shout out to Zelixor. That's very cool. Loving the Easter eggs. Yeah, I've mentioned this before. I would like to see somebody create a city park, like a full-fledged city park. It could be post-apocalyptic. It could just be regular. But this is really done. This is probably the best city thing that I've ever seen. Wait, I just heard Planet Brewglass. Oh my God. I'm like, I heard Planet Bluegrass, and of course, it's a Johnny Five's Burgers and Bluegrass, the chief beef. Oh, thank you so much, man. All right. I was just saying that Brad Wolter might be my new favorite creator. Really getting the brownie points there. And you had the Zelway. Oh man, that just put a smile on my face. Little kitty playground here. I'm trying to get a thought out, but I keep getting distracted by all this awesomeness. Look at this, Webb's Brewery. I bet you if we float around, we'll find some more. We're going through all the mods. Tron guys, wow. I want to see somebody make a city park, and what I would like to see is like you path it so that there's guests walking on the sidewalks, but not on the road. And then you have crosswalks where the guests can cross across that as well, or you can have overpasses like this where the guests go up and around. You know how to design it. You know, it's like a city. So what you have is you have go-karts racing up and down the streets. You also have the F25 drive tire coaster racing up and down the streets. I think there's a couple other car kind of coasters as well, and you have them darting in and out. Then what you could do is you could have a police chase ride where you know, there's one car racing and the cops are chasing them. One's a blue F25, it kind of like a dual synchronized thing. And then meanwhile there's go-karts weaving in and out around the streets as well, and you could do a lot of fun things with that. And I think what you did here with the post-apocalyptic is taking it to another level. Imagine if you had something like this and all the amazingness that you did, but also cars racing around the streets and go-karts and all that stuff. And then you could just keep going with that. What you did with the train station here, the SkyTrain, you could have monorails taking you around the park. I think and then that's not even, you could have sewer racers. You have coasters that go into the sewers and race through the sewers. What else could you do? Like, there's so many different ideas that you can come up with, and I just threw like 5 really good ones at you. So whoever's out there, and possibly Brad Wolter is capable of doing this, that is one park spotlight that I would love to do that I have not seen yet. Boom. Okay, what's next? That was incredible. I think this might be my favorite area of the park, and it's the least spooky. So like I said, I tend to not like spooky as a theme, as it's not one of my favorites. However, everything I've seen here so far has been elevated. This is the type of stuff that I typically see from the Halloween parks, the spooky houses, the pumpkin trails, and you even managed to take that and add more color to it, add more vibrance to it, to add more fun factor to it, and then you turned it into the kiddie area of the park, which is funny because that's kind of what I think, is that I never really get scary or spooked out by these spooky parks. I tend to think that they're a little bit silly and playful, and then you just kind of elaborated on that and took it to the extreme. And that's what I'm loving about this park so far, is everything is to the extreme, and it's original, one of a kind, and different for spooky. I love the way we entered the park with the thorny stuff, and then the underground was just insane. But we're not done there, ladies and gentlemen. There's still an area over here. There's still an area over here. So let's go check out these more unique and original areas of this amazing mega park. I cannot believe it. This probably will be the longest video of 2021 so far. Hats off to Brad red Wolters. All right, Howling. Howling? Let's go in. Let's see what's in here. The only feedback that I would have for you is to add some more ambient speakers, some more ambient sounds, some spooky stuff. That's something you can work on for next time. So we have the Howling, and it is a huntsman, the second huntsman, in fact, of the park. Another dark ride. Here we go. Really cool visuals and ideas of the werewolf. Something about the sound design is a little bit off to me, and I'm wondering if it's my fault. It seems like the sound is turned down. Sound effects, but I think I normally have the sound effects at 50%. I've always had it at 50%. Because it does affect the sound of the coaster as well, I believe. We're gonna turn it up though. Hopefully that doesn't affect future videos. See, yeah, now the coaster is just really loud. So I don't know if that would have helped. It would just made everything louder. So, I think just having a little bit of ambient music along the way and a few more sound effects could help with that. It did feel a little bit like awkwardly silent. Where did we come from? Where did we go? Cotton Eye Joe. The bog. Ooh. Silver Bullet. Wait, the bog is a whole new zone? Are you out of your mind? We'll go to the bog after the Silver Bullet. My god. This feels like the ending theme park. In a good way, though. Definitely a full fun experience, start to finish. But wow, I really wish I had a recording time. I'm using Shadowplay. I can't see how long I've been recording for. But this definitely feels like the longest park of 2021 so far, which is definitely cool. Getting the record there is Brad, and there's a look at all the coaster stats, you guys. Biggest drop is 65 meters, 5 inversions, 1,600 meters in length, and it is a single rail. Ooh. Zell's favorite, one of my favorites, but very difficult to pull off. Let's see how smooth it is. We're gonna do track view so we can experience that single rail awesomeness. Off we go. Ugh. Wow, really cool. Now, I did see that the sound effects were, in fact, a little bit louder, but then the coaster was also just louder. I think that might be something on the creator's end where, oh my god, there's such a delay that I can't get to the settings. I think you just need to turn up the volume on your speakers. I'm just gonna leave that at 60%. I normally leave it at 50%. It's always been that way in all of my videos. Sometimes people get me to adjust those things for their videos, and I tend to forget to move them back, but I do know that that's a setting that I've had it that way for a very long time. Going down exits, up entrances, or the other way around. We wanted to go to the bog, but I keep getting led to new rides. Fang. Okay, that's a flat ride. Oh, doing it over the moon like that? Look at that. Oh, I like it. I like it a lot. We were gonna go to the bog. I just want to make sure. Okay, that takes us back to the trail. All right, and that's where we came from. So let's head over to the bog through the winding path. The never-ending path. Getting some airtime there off that hill. Ooh. Where are we now? My god. What? There's a bog at the end of this park. This really is just never-ending themes. And very unique and original. Again, I feel like it's on a broken record here, but you are taking spooky to the next level. Now we're the Man-Eater, the Swamp Thing. Did I go up? Yep, almost went up an exit. Classic Johnny. Yeah, it's like I wouldn't expect to see all of these different themes. It's a log flume. That makes sense. And he said it was like a dark ride log flume. We're gonna do a test. We're gonna pop up. Where's the pop up? There we go. Sit back and enjoy the swampy log flume, everyone. my freaking goodness. Oh, that's got to be my all-time favorite log flume right there. And my favorite use of swamps. In fact, swamps usually suck in this game. They're usually not done very well, and it's just hard. I mean, swamps in real life. Swamps are just boring. You managed to make this swamp very alive, very spooky, and very fun. I'm a big fan of this. This is just incredible. Sorry, it looks like I just got a missed call. Yeah, this is just really spectacular stuff. The logging camp stuff, chopping all the trees down. You have all the excavators, all this stuff pulling up trees, going into the facility here. This is just next level stuff. Blackwater logging camp. Really well done. I'm loving everything about this. This is really good. Sorry, I'm getting slightly distracted. Looks like my landlord is trying to get a hold of me, you guys. What did you think of this log flume? Throw a comment down below. Is this not the best log flume ever and best swamp ever? We still have plenty more to explore in this episode, but I have to take a quick break to see what my landlord is on about. And I think we have a whole nother area back there, and then we'll be through the park. So I will be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen. The final area of the park, which I have no idea how we're supposed to get there. Let me figure that out. This is the path to the final area of this magnificent, spooky mega park. High voltage. It looks like we have some sort of like industrial experimentation facility area. Look at that. Every single area of this park has such superb compositions and just immense amount of detail. This is incredible, you guys. What a joy this park has been. That is an exit. Sting, arachnid. I hate spiders. So why don't we go on my favorite coaster? Where are we going? In here. Ooh, it's a dive coaster. Let's see if Brad pulled off the... Yes! 75-meter drop. Green across the board. 11 airtime counts. 5 inversions. That's what I'm talking about, Brad. You are the man. You know how to do it. Making dive coasters. Dive. Let's check it out. Wait, Okay, I thought we were on Dunder for a second. Whew. One of my favorite coasters, not my, it's hard to top that one in the city, the Escape the City or whatever it was called, but that was incredible. That is how you make a dive coaster, not one, but two massive drops there, and some creepy spiders, some great effects, amazing environmental details, great coaster layout. Again, we saw the ML. Where was it? There was a skull with the ML somewhere down here, and there it is. Is that an MV or an ML? I can't really tell. Maybe it's an MV. What do you guys think that stands for? Leave a comment down below if you know what this stands for. But I saw it on the log flume as well. I think almost every ride I've seen it, leaving us wondering what that could stand for. I'm really curious. My love, research and development. You go in here for some food, hang out with the spiders. Ugh, gross. What's up here? Is this an exit to something? It's probably the exit to the ride. Oh, it's a patio. There you go. This is awesome. So much fun. I'm digging it. Good vibes. And there's another big coaster here. This might be our final coaster. There's a hatchery? Why would you? Why would you do that to me? What's in the med bay? Oh, it's an actual med bay. Okay. And here we go. Whoa, big turbine. What's this all about? What is this all about? Good googly. Oh, it's so well done. I didn't even know it was a ride. That is the Helion ride. Look at that. Your ride skins have been phenomenal, by the way. I really hope we see Brad Wolter and Leviathan team up in the mini park contest. I think the two creators could pull off something absolutely sensational. So this can't be the dive coaster. Was this the dive coaster as well? That was all the dive coaster. So how do we get to you? Who are you? Where are you? Is it in the same... Oh, Sting and Arachnid. So I thought it was like one sign from this angle, the Sting Arachnid. That's how I read it in my mind. But in fact, this is the entrance to the Sting Specimen Lab. Here we go. Winged launch coaster. Great variety of coasters throughout this park as well. Green across the board. There's a look at the results, you guys. And let's get right to it. Wow, freaking way! There it is, ladies and gentlemen. What do you even say? I think I've said it all, right? Definitely one of the creators of the year, a builder coming out with their first ever creation, one of the most phenomenal mega parks we have ever witnessed on this channel. Oh, look at that, one more Easter egg, Relicorp, Relimatep. I'm sure there's some more moderators kicking around here as well. We saw a few of them, some shout outs. I wish I could find them all, but the Easter eggs are there, and I love it when people do that. Absolutely amazing. We have a nomination form that we put in the links in the description of every video. If there's something that you see that you were impressed by on the show, you can nominate it for Planko 2021 awards. So I definitely think you guys should fill out the form and nominate this as one of the best parks or whatever category you think it fits. Brad Wolter coming out strong with one of my new favorite creators doing some really fantastic stuff, showing that spooky can be done well, can be done originally, and very unique as well. Favorite areas, I want to know down in the comment what your favorite area was and why, what your favorite coaster was and why. I'm going to have to say this was my favorite area, and my second favorite coaster was Leviathan. And then my first favorite coaster was this big guy back here. What one was that? Outbreak. So I take it back. I think this was my favorite area. It had the most Easter eggs. It had some really insane visuals, and it inspired me to want to see more. And I suggested that whole go-kart racing city park idea. I want to see a full-fledged park. Maybe not end-to-end like this, but you know what I'm saying? A city park that maybe 2 or 3 times the size of what it is now. I think that would be visually impressive and such a fun park idea. It's something we haven't seen before. Very original. I definitely love the way you kick things off right out of the get-go with all the vines and the spooky buildings. And this was a really great way to showcase your park and to open things up. And there was just so much variety. I love what you did with the swamps. Hands down the best log flume and swamp area I've ever seen. Really well done. So all in all, I think city area was my favorite. The underworld was such a surprise, and it was like, whoa, that blew me away. I really love the dive coaster. The Arachnid industrial stuff that you got going on here is also very unique. You've done a really good job of putting your own spin on things. Let's actually do the opposite and see this at day. This looks incredible. It's like a whole new park. It's got this kind of tropical vibe to it. It's really neat. I mean, there's a lot of trees in the center. It's not going to look the best. And this is what I'm talking about, guys. I struggle with thumbnails sometimes. This just doesn't make for a good thumbnail. And then even if we look at it at night, what it was before, this also doesn't make for a good thumbnail, right? You don't see any coasters. You just see a lot of darkness. You see a lot of blobby lights. But I mean, that's not a dig to the creator. It's just from the foot level, it all looks amazing. But where do you take the screenshot? I have Reshade installed now. Let me show you what it looks like. Boom. Yeah. Anyways, this was a Patreon submission here today, and I often say the patrons are some of the best creators. You guys choose to support the show. You choose to get spotlight priority. And while I would have seen a submission like this and probably would have featured it right away anyways, because it's so nice and I want everybody to see it, I don't see it right away, right? So I don't go to the regular bin. I have to rate everything. We get so many submissions and we have to sit down for like a whole day and rate them all and sort them all. And it's only when I do that that I notice these creations. I always check the Patreon bin first. So this is one of the first things I saw when I looked at the Patreon bin, and I go, okay, we're featuring that. So it's always nice when the best creators out there become patrons, because they force me to look at their stuff first, and it oftentimes ends up being some of my favorite creations. So I'm really happy that the creators chose to support the show, but I'm even happier that you guys are producing some of my favorite content, and it's always a joy to feature you guys, be able to showcase this to everybody. So once again, big shout out to all the patrons, especially Brad Wolter, Diamond Patron, getting spotlight priority, the highest priority. It's a welcome to the community, and it's good to welcome you to the community because you are definitely someone that I'm going to be keeping an eye on going forward. So if you guys want to support the show like Brad has here today, just to help out, to help keep things going so I can keep making content for you, it really helps a lot. I really do appreciate it. Links are down in the description below, and as a bonus, I will be featuring your stuff first. So there's a spotlight priority submission form for that. You'll also get your name in the credits at the beginning of every video and at the end of every video, just as another bonus there. There you guys go. That was the Ghostly Hollows Park, Mega Park, Haunted Halloween Park, created by Brad Wolters. One of the best parks I've seen all year. Absolutely love this one. Quite a pleasant surprise, and really showing how to take a spin on spooky theme. Big fan. There it is, you guys. That is going to do it for me in today's episode. Quite a long episode indeed, and a joyful one at that. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye now.